Punt Along, episode 13. The majority of this episode is going to be talking about the fallout for the Champions League. Of course, what happened was obviously the Karius mistakes, the wonder goal for Gareth Bale, and Real Madrid securing their third Champions League trophy in a row, which is a feat that's never been done before, will probably never be done again. 2 in a row was never, they did it, and now 3 in a row wasn't done before, and now they've done it. So kudos to them. Of course, it's a fantastic achievement, but you just feel that it was all set up for Liverpool to go on and win that, just because of how well they've played this campaign in the Champions League. It's unprecedented what they've done, and for an English team to actually break the barrier of the Spanish dominance in Europe and get to the final and come so close and basically be down to just basic goalkeeping errors that possibly cost them the full game, it's pretty good going for Liverpool, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go on and mount the same sort of challenge next season, because they're obviously going to improve, and they've already improved with the signing of Fabinho. They've moved away any negativity for the Champions League final. All the reporting is now based on the transfers they're making rather than focusing on Karius, and I wonder if that was done deliberately. I know they want their business done perhaps before the World Cup, that's a big thing this season, and the fact that the transfer window actually shuts before the season starts. I think once the Premier League season starts, you need to have your teams confirmed and all that, so teams will be getting their business done earlier than usual this season. But I wonder if Liverpool have jumped the gun a bit and went and got their first target in Fabinho quicker than they would have done, simply down to not wanting all the negativity thrown on Karius for a few weeks at least. It's obviously a great ploy if that is the thing, because Karius is going to find it extremely hard, even on a personal level, to come back for that. And as I said in my match review for the Champions League final, go and give it a watch if you haven't, I mentioned that Karius might find it very difficult to come back from this in a Liverpool jersey. I'm not sure what his future will hold. You'd imagine that Liverpool will go out and strengthen in a lot of areas. They don't need anything in the forward areas. They're looking like they're going to get a whole new midfield. They've already got Naby Keita coming in, who they signed last season and he's joining this summer. They've went and signed Fabinho, who can play right back and mainly midfield. But in terms of the goalkeeping positions, are they going to be looking to strengthen even further? They've got Simon Mignolet signed up until I think it's 2021 or even longer perhaps. And then on top of that, they've obviously got Karius signed up. So it will be interesting to see what Liverpool do in terms of the goalkeeping situation. Will they try and build up Karius and keep him at least in the group? Or will they see him on and hopefully he can try and come back from a different club, although that might be twice as hard. The worst thing to come from all the Karius stuff was Jermaine Pennant having a go at him on Twitter. Jermaine Pennant had a lot of different offences in his time as a football player, and he wasn't exactly the best football player either. And although he made it to a Champions League final, he is in no place to really go out and criticise specifically the goalkeeper. He went on Twitter and said, "Gutted for the players and fans apart from the goalkeeper. I've been there, I feel their pain," next season with the hashtag "You'll Never Walk Alone. And the funny thing about that is putting the "You'll Never Walk Alone" hashtag at the end of it and saying that you feel for all the players and the fans except the goalkeeper, which is making him walk alone. It doesn't make sense at all. Jermaine Pennant's in no place to really properly have a go at him, and it's not the type of attitude that Liverpool fans wanted after that game. I know I said that a lot of fans were on the back of Karius, but that was mainly either people that just weren't thinking at the time, or it was all heat of the moment kind of stuff. But Jermaine Pennant got it all wrong with that one. I'm only going to talk about one or maybe two other topics in this one, just because there's been a bit of a lack of stuff since that's basically the end of the season now. But the big thing in the last few days has been Raheem Sterling's controversial gun tattoo. Controversial. It's not controversial at all. He got the gun tattooed because his dad was shot when Raheem was a young boy, and he shoots with his right foot, so he's got the gun done there, and the tattoo's not finished, so you never know what is actually going to go there. He might put a football below it to represent the whole football side of it, but again, the English media are at it again, and they're jumping down the throats of a young football player just doing everyday things. Like, They would jump down his throat for having a different cereal for breakfast if they could. It's completely out of order in my opinion, and the fact that they're doing it just before a World Cup where they constantly go on about England not doing well and the reasonings behind it. They've got such a plethora of talent in England and yet they never succeed. And this is why they don't succeed. It's because of things like this, criticising players for things that don't need criticising for. Just doing it for the sake of it. And it really makes no sense. It doesn't build up the players' confidence or anything at all. The fact that they're changing statements from players based on what they've been reported about. Raheem Sterling obviously been reported about the gun tattoo, put up on his Instagram story a wee statement about the story of the tattoo and stuff, and he basically went along the lines of saying that he'd never touched a gun in his life and the tattoo's still unfinished, blah blah blah. And Sky Sports put up the statement, copied it and put it in their own wee format to put on their TV show, and included the word again after saying that he'd never touched a gun. So it read, "I would never touch a gun again in my life," like he'd already done it. And it's just wee minor things like that that the English media just fall completely on their arse about, and it really gets on folks' nerves. And I'm sorry, but it's just not the way to build up players' confidence at all, especially going into a big tournament like I said. And one last thing I'm going to mention is John Terry. He didn't exactly do himself any favours going into the playoff final at the weekend, where he basically was going to sign a new contract with Aston Villa, talking about at least a new deal if they got promoted into the Premier League. Don't know if this is going to obviously get brought up again when they're in the Championship still, who knows where he's going, but if they were to get up to the Premier League, a part of his deal would have been that he wasn't going to play against Chelsea. Does that not just make you feel sick? Like, how can a player actually put that in a contract? And the manager, Steve Bruce, Aston Villa's manager, was pretty much agreeing on that, and it's baffling. I don't know how this guy can keep getting away with these things. His personality just comes across as a bit of a dick, and this is the same guy that put on his shin guards and the full kit to go and celebrate the Champions League win when he wasn't even in the squad. I think he was injured at the time or suspended. Done great things at Chelsea, but some of the things that he does just baffle me. And that's it for this video. Obviously that's football season over now, but I'm going to be doing World Cup videos. I'm going to be covering my World Cup team that I've chosen. I've got their kit. I'm going to follow them basically all the way through the World Cup, and hopefully they can go on and do pretty well in the competition, but you'll find it out in another video what team I've chosen. So as I said, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be that World Cup video where I reveal what team I'm going to be supporting, and then we'll go on from there throughout the summer. So cheers for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.